What is the value of x in the equation above? To solve for x in this equation, let's consider the numbers we have on the left side of the equation, 6, 9, 10, 15. We have to write all these numbers as the product of their prime factors. Okay, we can write the 6 as 2 times 3. That is the product of the two prime factors of 6. Since we have the exponent x for 6, the same exponent should be taken for the product of the two prime factors. The same thing we have to do for each one, 9 to the x to the power, 10 to the x to the power, and 15 to the x to the power. For 9 to the x to the power, we can write 3 times 3 as to be raised to the power of x. And for 10, we have to write 2 times 5. It has to be raised to the power of x, positive. And for 15, we can write 3 times 5 raised to the power of x equals to 27 over 125. Okay, here two numbers are multiplied. There is a common exponent. Whenever two numbers are multiplied or divided and we have a common exponent, what we can do is we can take this exponent separately for each number and multiply the results. Then we have 2 to the x to the power times 3 to the x to the power. The same thing we can do for this one as well. Then I'm getting 3 to the x to the power times 3 to the x to the power divided by, here also the same thing. We get 2 to the x to the power times 5 to the x to the power, positive 3 to the x to the power times 5 to the x to the power equals to 27 over 125. Now, when I consider the two terms of the expression in the numerator, the common divisor for these two terms is 3 to the x to the power. Since the common divisor is 3 to the x to the power, we can factor it out. Okay, now let me factor 3 to the x to the power out. When 3 to the x to the power is factored out from these two terms, now to get the stuff inside the parenthesis, we have to divide both the terms by the one I factored, that is 3 to the x to the power. When I divide this one by 3 to the x to the power, the 3 to the x to the power, 3 to the x to the power will cancel out. I am left with 2 to the x to the power. Let me write over here. We can take this positive sign as it is. When I divide this one by 3 to the x to the power, I am getting 3 to the x to the power divided by, here we can factor 5 to the x to the power out. Okay, let me factor 5 to the x to the power out. Now we are left with 2 to the x to the power in the first term, positive, 3 to the x to the power in the second term equals to 27 over 125. We can cancel this one and this one. So we get 3 to the x to the power divided by 5 to the x to the power. And on the right side, we can write this 27 as 3 to the third power. And 125 is a power of 5. That is 125 can be written as 5 to the third power. Okay, here on the left side, we divide two powers with the same exponent x. Whenever we divide two powers with the same exponent, we can write the exponent in common. That is, we have to divide the bases. 3 over 5 is raised to the power of x. The same thing we can do on the right side as well. Because here we divide two powers with the same exponent 3. So we can write the exponent in common. That is 3 over 5 is raised to the power of 3. Now, two powers are equal with the same base. The base on the left side is 3 over 5. The base on the right side is also 3 over 5. Whenever two powers are equal with the same base, we can equate the exponents. When I equate the exponents, I am getting x equals to 3. Here I got the value of x, that is x equals to 3.